Well, I got the frame all put together with the side panels on. There's still a bunch of cleats that need to go on there, but it's taking shape. It's the shape of the dresser that it's gonna be. It's a little tall. Wasn't really realizing it was gonna be so tall, but it's gonna end up being four wide drawers on this. All right, I'm gonna get back to work. I just cut up the rails that's gonna divide up for the four different drawers. I'll bring you back after I install those. Well, one thing's for certain, this is gonna be one heavy bureau. It's coming out pretty good though. I got all the cross pieces in there. They're gonna get all sanded. Remember, this is getting painted, so all the screw holes, they're all insignificant. They're gonna get plugged with wood plugs, then sanded and painted. It's coming out pretty good though. It's almost perfectly square. It's about a 32nd of an inch out of square, which I didn't even try to pull it back to square. It's close enough. I think I'm going to take a break now and figure out what my next step is going to be. The top is on it. I got sawdust all over the top because of nail holes and screw holes. I filled them with glue and then ground sawdust in. And I'll sand it off later. The top is all there. Ended up having to rip 3 of the 4 boards to get my exact measurement. This front one had a nice clean edges both sides. So that one I gave it a light sanding and slapped it on. I'm starting to get a little worried. I don't know if I have enough materials to do the draw faces. I may end up having to buy a board or 2. Just some of these boards have damage, and after cutting out the damage, well, I'm not left with enough material. Hopefully I'll have enough. We'll find out later. After the top is done, I'm going to start working on the drawers. Well, I forgot to take you along with me. Hey, look, it's all done. It's all painted up now. I had no choice. I wanted to have it stained, but this wood was kind of rough. There's so much wood filler that I had to use to fill in old nail holes and screw holes and dings and dents that staining it just was not a possibility. So we painted it. The drawers are all partially open right now because that gray is an oil-based paint. And it's only about 12 hours into the drying. I painted that up last night. So I'm leaving it away from the bureau itself just a little bit, just so the draw faces don't get stuck to the bureau. When the paint finishes drying, it takes a good 24 hours for that oil base to dry. When it finishes drying, then I'll be able to close them all the way. Right now they're just open just a tiny little bit. Let's take a walk around. You can see the back side. I haven't put it back on it yet. I'm not even sure if I'm going to. I mean, it doesn't really need it. It's going to be up against a wall. I put all the molding on it this morning. And look at that. It's got the nice old-fashioned barn board look to it. I found at Habitat for Humanity all the hardware that's on there. Some nice antique brass hardware. Alright guys, that's it. A little bit of furniture building in my shop. It's not something that happens all that often here, but once in a while I just get the bug to build something. I want to build furniture every now and then. Once in a while I like to play with wood. So there's my project for this year. I seem to do a piece of furniture every year. Alright guys, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time.